Very good morning to all of you. I am Neetu Galot from St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. I am the faculty of Applied Science Department. And today, my topic is water softening process. And in the water softening process, there are three methods. First one is the lime soda process, second is the zeolite process, and the third is the demineralization process. But in this lecture today, we will discuss about the lime soda process and the zeolite process. So first of all, so I start my topic from lime soda method or the softening process of water. We know that water plays very important role in the industry and the domestic purpose. The most common method for softening of water are given here. We convert the hard water into the soft water. This process is called the softening of water. When we convert the hard water into the soft water, then this process is called the softening process of water. And now I goes to my first topic, the first method, that is lime soda process. Lime soda process is very important and the popular purpose for softening of water. Here the principle that all the soluble impurities, all the soluble impurities, all the soluble compound are converted into the insoluble compound. When they convert into the insoluble compound, then we can remove these easily because they found in the precipitated form. So here the principle said that lime, calcium hydroxide and soda is known as the Na2CO3. So here the two compounds are here. The lime CaOH whole twice and the soda is the Na2CO3. These are added to hard water and then the soluble of calcium or magnesium salt present in the hard water are converted into insoluble compound, just like calcium carbonate, magnesium hydroxide, etc. These are found in the precipitated form, and this precipitated we can remove easily. So now the functions of the lime and soda. So here, firstly, we take the function of the lime. Lime is CuH whole twice, is calcium hydroxide. The first function of lime is that is the removal of temporary hardness. Yeah, we can say that a lime remove the temporary hardness. Now, the temporary hardness means the hardness due to the presence of bicarbonate. Right? It does not matter that it may be calcium or the magnesium bicarbonate. So first reaction, calcium bicarbonate and plus calcium hydroxide. Yani calcium bicarbonate react with the calcium hydroxide and it gives the calcium carbonate. Here the arrow shows that it is a precipitate. So firstly, the calcium bicarbonate is converted into the calcium carbonate with the reaction with the calcium hydroxide. And second is the magnesium bicarbonate is also react with the calcium hydroxide and it gives the calcium carbonate and the magnesium hydroxide. And these two are the precipitated form. Second, the removal of permanent magnesium hardness. Now, permanent magnesium hardness means there are the hardness due to the presence of calcium and chloride and the sulfate ions of magnesium. So the firstly we take the example of the magnesium chloride. Suppose magnesium chloride is present here and we react this magnesium chloride with the calcium hydroxide, yani lime, so that it converts into the magnesium hydroxide and it forms the precipitate here. And again, the magnesium sulfate is react with the calcium hydroxide or lime, then it gives the magnesium hydroxide in the precipitated form. So when the precipitate is precipitate form, so then we can remove this precipitate easily. The third one is the removal of dissolved iron and aluminium salts. ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई सिर्फ उसमें कैल्शियम और मैग्नीशियम की impurities होती हैं. There are the so many salts are present here, just like the iron and the aluminum also, and etc. So firstly, when ferrous sulfate FeSO4 is react with the calcium hydroxide, it gives the ferrous hydroxide. I repeat again, when ferrous sulfate is reacted with calcium hydroxide, then it converts the ferrous hydroxide FeOH whole twice and the calcium sulfate. This ferrous hydroxide, FeOH whole twice, that is unstable compound. So this ferrous hydroxide is further oxidized and it converts into the ferric hydroxide. This ferric hydroxide is the rust of iron. It is the rust of iron, it is stable. And another compound is aluminium. It is found in the aluminum sulfate, and Al2SO4 twice react with the calcium hydroxide and it gives the aluminum hydroxide, which is found in the precipitated form. So here we can remove the precipitate of the ferric hydroxide or the aluminum hydroxide also. And the fourth type is functions of the lime is the removal of free mineral acids. Mineral acids means that there are the presence of sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid also. So when uh, sulfuric acid H2SO4 react with the calcium hydroxide, then it gives the calcium sulfate and the water molecule. And same here, hydrochloric acid HCl is react with the calcium hydroxide, then it gives the calcium chloride and the water molecule. And the last function of the lime is the removal of dissolved carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. It removes the carbon dioxide. There are so many gases are present in the hard water. So these are the common gases like the carbon dioxide and the hydrogen sulfide. So lime can remove the carbon dioxide and the hydrogen sulfide. It converts the carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. Carbon dioxide is converted into the calcium carbonate and the hydrogen sulfide is converted into the calcium sulfide. So these are also found in the precipitated form and we can remove easily these. So the functions of lime are, I repeat again, the functions of lime are the first is the removal of temporary hardness, second is the removal of permanent magnesium hardness, third is the removal of dissolved iron and aluminum salts, fourth is the removal of free mineral acids, fifth is the removal of dissolved carbon dioxide and the hydrogen sulfide. Now, what is the role of soda? Or we can say what is the role of function of soda? Function of soda. Soda represented by the Na2CO3. And this Na2CO3, the work of Na2CO3, soda removed only the permanent hardness of calcium. Permanent hardness of calcium maybe it can be represented by the calcium chloride or calcium sulfate. So if the hardness producing substance is calcium chloride or calcium sulfate, then they can remove by the sodium carbonate. So sodium carbonate means CaCl2 react with the Na2CO3, it gives the CaCO3 and NaCl. Same here, the calcium sulfate is react with the Na2CO3, it gives the calcium carbonate and the sodium sulfate. Sodium salts with this NaCl or Na2SO4 is not a reason for the reason of the hardness causing substance. So calcium carbonate and calcium carbonate the found in the precipitate form and removed easily. So according to this method, there are the functions of lime and soda. Lime has the five major functions, and the soda can remove the only permanent hardness of calcium. At the room temperature, the precipitate of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide are fine and do not settle down easily, so the filtration becomes difficult. So it is found in the fine particles, and these fine particles cannot settle down easily. So that there is the addition of the some other chemical, like alum, just like sodium aluminate or ferrous sulfate. These compounds, alum means potash alum, sodium aluminate or sodium sulfate. These compounds are called the coagulant. So the work of the coagulant. Work of the coagulant means when the impurities are found in the very fine or clear fine particles which do not settle down on the bottom of our container, and so that we use the coagulant, and after the addition of the coagulant they are opposed to each other and they combine as a heavy particle, and when it converts into the heavy particle, so due to the gravitational force it will settle down at the bottom of container. It is the use of coagulant, and this process is called the sedimentation with coagulation. Now, lime soda process has two parts, or we can say that lime soda process has two categories. First one is the cold soda lime method, and the another method is called the hot soda lime method. So firstly, we discuss about the cold soda lime method. So difference between the cold soda lime method and the hot soda lime method are the कि cold soda lime method is completed at the room temperature. So room temperature means that is the 25 degrees centigrade. And the hot soda lime process, so in this process we use the temperature and we can say that it will be completed at the 90 to 100 degree centigrade temperature, so that it is called the hot soda lime process. So here I discuss about the hot soda lime and the cold soda lime process. This one first, it is the cold soda lime process. This is the diagram of the cold soda lime process. Here, the first it is the outer chamber, and the inner side there is the inner chamber also here. So in the inner chamber, there are some pedal-like structure. That is, these are called the steerer pedal. है ना? So these steerer pedal is also is connected with the motor, and when we start the motor, so then there are the reaction started. So firstly, we take the raw water, or raw water means that is hard water from the one side, and another side we enter the chemicals like the soda, calculated amount of the lime, soda, and the coagulant in the inner chamber. Both the means the raw water and the chemicals are enter into the inner chamber, and after starting the motor, then the pedals are moving conditions, and here the reaction takes place. So after completion of the reaction, the soft water comes into this chamber, outer chamber. So here in the outer chamber there is a water fiber filter present. So if there are any impurities, here so many impurities are present here in the form of sludge. So heavy impurities are which are found in the sludge form. These are settled down at the in the conical flask due to the sedimentation process, and the sludge is found in the form of calcium carbonate and the magnesium hydroxide. And the soft water goes to the outer chamber, and at the and it if any impurities are present here, so these impurities are filtered, absorbed by the water fiber filter, and here we can collect the softened water. So this is the process by which the cold soda lime apparatus work. This is called the cold soda lime method. After the completion of the cold soda lime method, there is a residual hardness is the 50 to 60 ppm. So lime soda process is carried out at room temperature as well as at high temperature. So when we complete the lime soda process at room temperature, then it is called the cold soda lime method. And when at the high temperature, that means 90 to 100 degrees centigrade, it is called the hot soda lime method. We have already discussed the cold soda lime method. Now the time to hot soda lime method. This is the diagram of the hot soda lime method. In the hot soda lime method, there are the three tanks. First tank is this one. So first tank is called reaction tank. First is the reaction tank in which reaction takes place, and second, this one is known as the sedimentation vessel. So sedimentation tank, or and third is the sand filter. So here the three parts of this apparatus. First is the reaction tank, second is the sedimentation tank, and third is the sand filter. So all the reactions is completed into the reaction tank, and after the completion of the reaction, the soft water goes to the sedimentation tank, and then it goes to it goes to the sand filter. In the sand filter, there are the three layers are here. The first one is the fine sand layer, second is the coarse sand layer, and the third one is the gravel sand layer. So now here we enter the raw water in the side. Raw water is entered into the reaction tank, and here this part is called the superheated steam inlet. इन इस साइड से हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि सुपरहीटेड स्टीम गैस को स्टीम देते हैं, जिसकी वजह से इसका टेम्परेचर होता है 90 to 100 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड, which is equal to the boiling point of water. So that raw water is comes to this side, and lime soda method is also lime and soda are also included in this side. So the reaction between the raw water and the lime soda, and after the completion of reaction, this soft water goes to the sedimentation tank, and all the impurities which are found in the sludge form, they are settled down, and we can collect these impurities in any conical flask or any other apparatus or any other vessel. So that now the filtered water goes to the sand filter. In this sand filter, if any impurities are present here, so those impurities can be removed by the sand filter. After passing the sand filter, we collect the soft water here. So this is the process that how can the hot soda lime apparatus work. This process is completed at 90 to 100 degrees centigrade temperature. Since the temperature is about the boiling of water, hence the reaction becomes fast. The precipitation and filtration takes place very easily and rapidly. In this reaction, there is no requirement for the coagulant, or very less amount of the requirement of the coagulant is here. Hot soda lime apparatus consists of three parts. First is reaction tank, second is conical sedimentation vessel, or the sand filter. We have already discussed these parts. It contains residual hardness of about 13 to 50, 15 to 30 ppm. We know that in the cold soda lime process, there is the residual hardness is 50 to 60 ppm. But in the cold soda lime, hot soda lime process, the residual hardness is about 15 to 30 ppm. Okay, so it is the method of the cold soda lime process or hot soda lime. Now we come to the advantage of the lime soda process. There are so many advantages or so many disadvantages also here. Firstly, we will discuss the advantages of the lime soda process. So first point is that it is economical. Second, hot soda lime process is much faster than the cold soda lime process because the temperature will be increased here. And the third is that during this process, pH value of water is increased. Hence, the corrosion of pipe is reduced. Due to the alkaline nature of water, amount of pathogenic bacteria in water get reduced. And the last, it required less amount of coagulant. Okay, so these are the advantages of the lime soda process, and there are some disadvantages also. The softened water is not completely free from hardness. It contains the 15 to 30 ppm of hardness also. Second, that is the disposal of large amount of sludge. It's a big problem. तो वो स्लज को हम कहाँ डिस्पोज करेंगे, वही बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है. Or third is the carefully operation of the skilled supervision is required for the efficient treatment of water. So these are the disadvantages of the lime soda process. Now we come to the zeolite method. This is the zeolite method. Zeolite method is also known as a permuted method also. It is also called the permuted, or it means of permuted is the boiling stone. That is also known as the boiling stones. जैसे पहले आरओ नहीं थे हमारे पास, तो हम लोग फिल्टर यूज करते हैं और फिल्टर के अंदर एक बॉइलिंग स्टोन लगाया जाता था जिसके पास होते हैं बहुत सारे पोर्स होते थे. There are the so many pores are present here, so that the impurities can be absorbed here. So zeolite is found in the uh, two forms, the natural zeolite or the artificial zeolite, or we can say that is a synthetic zeolite. The natural zeolite means there are the they are the non-porous. Natural zeolite are the non-porous. So इसको हम ज़्यादा यूज़ नहीं करते हैं, तो हम लोग यूज़ करते हैं synthetic zeolite, because in the synthetic zeolite there are so many pores which is created by the human as our requirement. So the zeolite molecular formula of zeolite is Na2O, Al2O3, X molecule SiO2, and Y molecule of H2O. So this is the molecular formula of zeolite, where X, the value of X is equal to 2 to 10, and the Y value is the 2 to 6. This is the apparatus of zeolite. Firstly, we take the raw water from this side. This is the injector, and here the zeolite bed, and this is the grievous. Zeolite bed is also represented. We can say that the Na2O, Al2O3, SiO2, and YS2O is represented by the Na2Z. Na2Z means it is called the sodium zeolite. So here we write only the zeolite bed here. So when we enter the raw water from this side, and this raw water, in this raw water means there are the impurities of the calcium or magnesium are present here, and this is the injector, and here in the zeolite bed there are the so many pores. So in this reaction, there is the sodium zeolite Na2Z. In this zeolite bed, the Na, any sodium, is replaced by the calcium, so the Na2Z is converted into the CaZ or the MgZ. है ना. And after the exhaustion, जब exhaust हो जाएगा, तो after the exhaustion of zeolite bed, this injector inform us, and we can regenerate it by the NaCl solution, that is called 10% brine solution. Yeah. The hardest Causing ions, calcium, magnesium ions, etc., present in the hard water are retained by the zeolite or as calcium zeolite or magnesium zeolite, while the outgoing water contains sodium. This is the reaction: calcium carbonate, calcium bicarbonate react with the sodium zeolite, it converts into the calcium zeolite. Means sodium is replaced by the calcium. So it converts into calcium zeolite and the sodium carbonate. Next, magnesium bicarbonate react with the sodium zeolite, it converts magnesium zeolite, calcium chloride, it converts calcium zeolite, magnesium chloride, convert into magnesium zeolite, calcium sulfate, convert calcium zeolite, magnesium sulfate, convert magnesium zeolite. Yeah. So these dissolve sodium salt in this reaction, this process, the dissolved sodium salt does not cause any type of hardness. So after the exertion of the zeolite bed, how can we regenerate? So we can use the NaCl solution for the regeneration of zeolite bed. This is called the calcium zeolite or magnesium zeolite. So this calcium zeolite is react with NaCl solution, and here again the calcium is replaced by Na, sodium. So it is we again found the sodium zeolite and the calcium chloride. Here magnesium zeolite with NaCl, it gives the sodium zeolite and magnesium chloride. So here are the so many advantages or the disadvantages also again. So we will discuss the advantages of the zeolite method. First, it removes hardness more than lime soda process, because in the lime soda process we can remove only the 15 to 30 ppm hardness, but in this process it contains a residual hardness above the 10 ppm. And the second is it is cheap and compact in size, so it occupying a small space. Third, it is quite clean and require less lime for softening. Then next, it does not create any pollution. The disadvantage, here are some disadvantages also. Just like it does not remove all the dissolved salts. Second, softened water is not fit for boiler uses. It does not remove the turbidity and the suspended impurities. It does not destroy all pathogenic bacteria, and anions are not removed by this process. So now I complete my lecture. In this lecture, we discuss about the softening process of water. These are the lime soda process and the zeolite process. So now at the end of my lecture, there are the two questions for you. First question is, write the difference between the zeolite process and the lime soda process. So I repeat my first question, that is the difference between zeolite process and the lime soda process. And my second question is the difference between the hot soda lime process and the cold soda lime process. So here I repeat my questions again. My first question is difference between lime soda process and zeolite process, and the second question is difference between the hot soda lime process and the cold soda lime process. Okay, then at the last of my lecture, if you have any query, then you refer to my notes and discuss with me. Thank you.